Tonight on ETALK, the rebellion is on.
The Mockingjay lives.
Miss Everdeen, it's the things we love most that destroy us.
Jennifer.
My personal life definitely took a hit. That changed quite a lot when these movies came out.
And Liam.
You're too handsome to be nice to.
That's
your problem.
The interviews you will only see on ETALK. Our Canadian exclusive with the cast of Mockingjay Part 1.
It was really sad. Everybody was crying. I didn't cry because I'm a cold-hearted monster.
We're covering it all.
Jennifer used to be a nice person.
Right.
She's changed.
Oscars will do that to somebody.
The battle between President Snow and Katniss.
He's playing chess with her.
That's right.
And she's playing chess with him. And they can't take their eyes off each other.
And why Julianne Moore is the perfect addition to the cast.
And I think, it's her command over the room that really frightens Effie, actually.
And remembering Philip Seymour Hoffman.
I love the books. That's the truth. I really do.
The mark he leaves on this blockbuster franchise.
We need to unite these people out there. She's the face of this rebellion. They'll follow her.
The arena has fallen.
Team Peter or Team Gale?
The games are over.
Fans will see a lot of Penn that we've never seen before.
And the fight is just beginning.
And that's what sparks all this hope and courage within the other districts, and that's why they start to come together.
It all starts right now as ETALK presents The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1.
I volunteer as tribute.
The tributes from District 12. Katniss Everdeen and Peter Malak.
Are you here to fight with us?
I am. I will. You're too handsome to be nice to.
That's true.
That's your
problem.
I just feel really uncomfortable right now.
That's the cross you have to bear in life.
It is.
Being too handsome.
Yeah, I can't be nice to your face, but don't you have enough? Every time I look at you, I'm just like,
It's just
Honestly.
screw you, Liam.
There's no denying it. Jen and Liam's on-screen chemistry has moved far beyond the big screen, which makes for some good banter in our interview.
It's like there's no nice stuff. I keep hearing about the apparent nice stuff that you say, but... it's just
Yeah, I say really
so
nice
bad.
stuff. Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Say something nice.
Well, he's my best friend in the whole world.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
That's amazing. And
She's also my best friend in the whole world.
I want to talk about how this was a role of a lifetime for you, obviously. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
How has life changed becoming Katniss or playing Katniss?
Well, I mean, my personal life definitely took a hit. That changed quite a lot when these movies came out.
Yeah?
That was an adjustment. I just got really busy, so that was nice. But nothing else really changed. I mean, I just keep hanging out with these jackasses every weekend.
And hanging out with these jackasses has done her some good.
Well, it's normally three-way, because normally we have Josh.
It's Josh.
There's two of us,
Josh is
two people
like the
gang up
mediator
on one,
between
and then
us,
there's
though.
another one that comes in, and there's no balance now, because Josh isn't here to stand
He
up for
mediates.
you or
He
to
mediates.
yes.
Yeah.
It was like the time that I called Josh an and then he called me an I can't remember, but you
Someone
didn't.
said
Yeah, Josh and I started fighting, and Liam didn't even know what was going on. But I just went to Josh and I was like, well, just don't be a and then Liam just turned around, has no idea what's going on. He's like, yeah, Josh, don't be an and Josh was like, okay, sorry. It was just like Big Brother spoke up, and we were like, okay, well,
I'll work
that's
on that.
That's settled.
Wow, you guys are fun.
Anyway,
Nice.
sorry.
Anyways, congrats
We
to
can talk about
you.
the movie.
Rising from a relative unknown,
So the question is, though, what are you reading now?
Just finished reading The Hunger Games.
Oh,
She said it. She did it. Okay.
You did it? All right.
Go back over with Dad.
the Hunger Games franchise has made Jennifer a household name.
Jennifer used to be a nice person.
Right.
I've changed.
Oscars will do that to somebody.
Where is that Oscar? Have you still got it?
No.
You sold it, right?
I got rid of it. Did you? I did. Well, I mean, I don't have it in my house. I didn't get rid of it.
Yeah.
But it's somewhere that's not in my home.
Good.
Okay.
Nice.
It's a generous gift.
Well, it made me uncomfortable every time I looked at it. And I felt like, I don't want this to be the vibe. When people come over to my house, I want
like
this
the
to
elephant
be
sitting
the
in the room, it's
furthest,
like,
I want it to be
can I
the
hold it?
furthest thing
Can I
from
touch it?
somebody's room, or from somebody's mind, like when they're in my house. So so my parents have it.
That's nice.
Yeah, my mom loves it. It's at the top of the Christmas tree.
It's a really big deal.
An award show darling with legions of fans behind her all the way, she's yet to disappoint, hitting box office gold time and time again and earning huge props from her co-workers.
Why do you think the world loves her so much? She's impossible not to love.
She's very talented, so that helps.
Definitely.
Of course. She's had great roles, and she's a really fun girl. She's a girly girl.
But geniuses are not always endearing.
Mm-hmm.
She has the capacity to go outside her genius and just be the most everyday girl imaginable. She just is irresistible. But she's perfect. As an actor, she's perfect, She just is, it's contagious.
Contagious is an understatement, and while the public can't get enough of J-Law, it's this kind of attention that's also made her a target.
We begin with fallout from the celebrity hacking scandal and new details about who might be to blame.
Kim Kardashian, Kate Upton, Amber Heard, Rihanna, and of course Jennifer, just some of the stars to fall victim to the nude hacking scandal. But Jen weathered the cyberstorm with poise and grace, going on the offensive in Vanity Fair, saying, quote, "Just because I'm a public figure, just because I'm an actress, does not mean that I asked for this. It is a sexual violation. It's disgusting. The law needs to be changed, and we need to change. That's why these websites are responsible. I'm not crying about it anymore. I can't be angry anymore. I can't have my happiness rest on these people being caught because they might not be. I need to just find my own peace." Jennifer has fought to keep her private life private, especially when it comes to romance. Case in point, Nicholas Hoult. Dating on and off for 3 years, we only caught a few glimpses into their time as a couple, including this shot from the summer of 2013 in Montreal, where if you look closely, you see Jen doing her homework and reading a copy of Mockingjay. Jennifer and Nicholas called it quits for good in early 2014, but she soon found her love life back in prying eyes of the paparazzi, this time for her rumored romance with Coldplay frontman Chris Martin. The pair even earned their own moniker, Martin Lawrence.
So that's how things have changed. You've become
a monster.
A monster, and you've just maintained
and
a
he's
really
just
nice,
gotten super cool.
Yeah.
He's just like, he gets cooler and cooler.
With a great beard.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, and look at his beard.
That's nice.
His beard represents everything you need to know. His beard is a 10.
It is.
Yeah.
And the rest of him?
And so is he.
He's a 10.
Yeah.
After the break,
Fans will see a lot of Pan Am that we've never seen before.
the rebellion takes over Pan Am. What you need to know.
Any association with the Mockingjay symbol is forbidden.
And later, Julianne Moore joins the all-star cast.
They have been very welcoming, all of them. All the actors are so wonderful.
It's all coming up when ETALK Presents Mockingjay Part 1 continues. ETALK presents The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1.
What can fans who are eager expect from this first installment?
It's a lot more action in this one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
A lot of action. The relationships between Gale and Katniss goes to a different level. We see a different kind of side of Gale that we haven't seen before. He's, he spent years of being abused and is ready to kind of stand up to it all and prepared to kind of do anything to get it done, to take down the Capitol, and that's why Katniss and Gale kind of start to disagree on things a little bit. And they have a different opinion on stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Gale and Katniss's relationship is so complex.
Yeah.
They have such a rich history. So in this movie, we actually get to really kind of go and explore more of their relationship. And also the world that we're in, District 13, is so amazing. It's some of the most incredible sets. And this is kind of when the unrest and the rebellion is really starting to kind of intensify, and the war is about to prepare. So those fans will see a lot of Pan Am that we've never seen before. And, it's going to be super awesome.
Action, check. Awesome sets, check. And some romance, too. Mockingjay Part 1's got all the ingredients that have made this franchise so successful.
Let's talk about the rebellion and how it sort of defines this part, where we are in the story. It's a badass time.
Yeah,
it is.
The rebellion's, it's all about kind of spreading the word right now, and that's why the this small group of people, Plutarch and President Coyne, come up with the idea of shooting propaganda videos that will basically show Katniss, the Mockingjay, alive and well, and that you know, they're going to come together and they're going to do something about it. You know?
Right.
And that's what sparks all this hope and courage within the other districts, and that's why they start to come together.
Why do you think it is? I mean, I'm sure you've heard people come up to you for all these years about what they loved about these stories. What do you think it is, the connectivity with these books and these films? And Katniss in particular. I mean, she's such a heroine.
She's an interesting character. You know, she's a really strong, amazing, brave person that is interesting to watch. And she has an incredible journey. And I think there's a lot of important themes that are that are very powerful.
Yeah.
Empowerment, hope, and rising up to a greater evil, I think.
Yeah. Pretty awesome.
Yeah. Pretty awesome.
And Jennifer Lawrence as Katniss is the ultimate symbol for hope.
You know, it is all about the rebellion finding their Mockingjay, you know, finding their symbol, their person that's going to rally the troops and sort of bring the districts together. That's Katniss.
As the districts come together to overthrow the Capitol, Katniss and President Snow are front and center as the rebellion rages.
When he encounters her, she's an adversary, and it's such a joy for him. He's playing chess with her.
That's right.
And she's playing chess with him. And they can't take their eyes off each other.
I love seeing that dance. And it's very obvious when you watch you and Jennifer on screen together. Yeah. How did you find that chemistry and figure out that dance in that chess game? Yeah, well, there's that.
No. Just look at her eyes, you know. You think you have control of the situation, then you say, oh, man.
She's got me.
Yeah. Oh, I just love her.
Seen as pure evil in Panem, Donald Sutherland feels President Snow is misunderstood by the masses.
What I love about President Snow, he is the most elegant bad guy. Would you agree with that?
I agree with that he's elegant. I don't think he's a bad guy.
What do you think he is?
I think he's a titan.
Okay.
He's an oligarch. He's someone who is trying to run a 75-year-old establishment. He just needs to control what's happening to maintain the status quo.
And with the Mockingjay movies bringing a close to the franchise, what happens next?
So now when the movies are done, like what happens? You just
We
carry
fall
on.
apart.
You just fall apart.
I don't feel right.
It's weird.
It's
Group
weird.
emails sometimes. And
Yeah, we have
it's
group
like,
emails. We still see each other all the
yeah,
time.
no, we do. But
We hang out.
Yeah, no, we do.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the same.
It's pretty
but
much
we're
the
not
same,
working.
just without work.
Yeah.
So it's pretty great.
pretty
good.
Things are good.
Good. See, I love the dynamic of your cast. I've done a lot of the interviews over the years with these films. You guys all seem like really great people who love hanging out with one another.
Yeah, we really do.
Coming up,
It's easier to kiss Josh and Liam than it is like anybody else.
inside the epic love triangle. And which team is Jen on?
If you had to pick right now, Team Peter or Team Gale?
That answer is straight ahead when ETALK presents Mockingjay Part 1 continues. ETALK presents The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1.
If we burn, you burn with us.
After shooting for months on end and traveling the world together to promote the films, Jennifer, Josh, and Liam are more than just co-stars, they're family.
I always feel like you guys are about to prank me or like I'm about to die or something. Remember that one time you guys both saw me in a dress and you were like, what? Josh walked in and was like, why do you look like that?
What are you doing? Are you sick? There's something wrong. You're drunk, aren't you?
Where are your pants? Where are your sweatpants and your fried chicken?
We don't have good social skills with other people.
Well, I know
so
we
just hang
don't.
out with each
Clearly,
other.
I know, and we try. Sometimes we'll
Yeah.
even try, and we'll go to parties, and we'll all at the same time. We'll be like, let's go someplace where we can be ourselves.
We'll just go huddle in the corner for a little while.
Really? Yeah. We're very
It's
codependent
weird
on
on
each
set
other.
sometimes because
Yeah.
we just get in these huddles and like.
I know.
should we
Or like when we couldn't
should
even
we,
separate
you know,
in
like-
cars, like they each get us a car. Obviously, that's what's normal, but we get separation anxiety sometimes.
So you need
and
to be
we all
together.
pile into the same car. And like if one of us will wait, like they would have to wait for me to get my wig off. But they would just wait outside and we'd
That's
all
a
just
good
pile in the car
friend.
together.
Friends, good
Yeah.
friends. Yeah.
But most good friends aren't involved in on-screen love triangles, and most good friends don't make out with each other. So you can imagine this has translated into some awkward moments.
Now, I know there was some awkwardness you mentioned before in shooting the other films about the making out you've made out with both of them. Is it still awkward this time around?
I think it's easier to kiss Josh and Liam than it is like anybody else, which is weird.
Right.
But because it's like, so, you know.
Yeah, usually the funniest is those
They
always
are.
like silly jokes.
Yeah.
Right.
Stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Can anyone keep a straight face in that situation? I don't imagine that's
Not
easy.
really. I mean, the
Right.
first couple times that you're kissing like your best friend is hard to, like, it's hard to just break away and be like, anyway, so that,
Well, it's fine.
so the Dodgers game, man.
It's fine during the scene, and as soon as it's cut, it's like,
oh, it's very uncomfortable. Yeah.
good job.
Yeah.
In each of the movies, Katniss has found herself torn between Peeta, the man she feels responsible to save, and Gale, her childhood friend who she finds herself falling for. But whose team is she on now?
If you had to pick right now, Team Peeta or Team Gale?
Team Gale.
Good answer. Good answer.
Normally I'm sitting in between the two of them.
I know, it's so
but
much
Josh
easier.
is in Kentucky, so.
Right.
Getting
You
anti-mean
win.
it.
After the break,
It's great to be part of something that truly is a worldwide phenomenon.
Julianne Moore joins the cast.
She's lovely. I love her.
And Philip Seymour Hoffman, the mark he leaves on the franchise.
I was just unbelievably blown away by what she did.
And later, the real story behind this photo.
What was happening in that
You
moment?
did not see that none of us were wearing pants in that photo.
Are you serious?
Don't go away. It's all coming up when ETALK presents Mockingjay Part 1 continues. ETALK presents The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1.
We need to unite these people out there. She's the face of this rebellion. They'll follow her.
With the filming of Mockingjay well underway, tragedy struck the franchise.
We begin with new reaction about Philip Seymour Hoffman's death and stunning new developments about the search for answers.
After struggling with addiction on and off throughout his adult life, Hoffman died of a heroin overdose. At the time, he was right in the middle of shooting the Mockingjay films.
I love the books. That's the truth. I really do. They offered me the part, and I really didn't know what it was about. And then I started reading the books, and by the end of the third book, I was just unbelievably blown away by what she did.
At the time, the studio behind the movies released this statement, quote, "We're very fortunate that he graced our Hunger Games family. We're all extraordinarily sad. But as it relates to production, it's going to have no impact. Obviously, we're going to have a couple of workaround issues, but the movie will be creatively whole." A decorated actor and Oscar winner, Hoffman was a welcome addition to the franchise when he joined Catching Fire as Plutarch Heavensby.
It's amazing. I've never been to a premiere like this in my life. This is crazy. This is like the Oscars or something. This is weird. It's exciting. It's really exciting.
With the series moving forward without Philip, Julianne Moore joins the cast of Mockingjay.
I love the books. I really love them. I was introduced to them by my children. I have a 16-year-old and a 12-year-old, and actually my 16-year-old read the books long before the movies came out, and I think they're amazing stories. So I think everybody in the world has really responded to them. So it's great to be part of something that truly is a worldwide phenomenon.
As Alma Coyne, Julianne leads the rebellion from District 13 as war rages in Panem.
You also got Julianne Moore in cast in this
Oh
film.
my God,
Tell me
yes.
about the addition of her to the cast.
That was incredible. 'Cause, I mean, she's just like one of the greatest actresses that's ever lived. So I'm such a huge fan of her.
And one of the nicest people
Yes,
ever.
and then you
Yeah.
meet her, and
Just-
she's the
she's so
nicest,
lovely.
sweetest, and funny, and is just amazing. So there's like no room to actually love her anymore. It makes me feel like my heart is gonna explode.
Yes, so exciting. Such a fun lady. I have so much fun hanging out with her. She's really great. She really convinced me, I gotta say.
Really? Oh, good.
Yeah, Effie needed a lot of convincing. You know, Effie comes very reluctantly to District 13 and is not very impressed by Alma Coyne when she first meets her. And I think, it's her command over the room that really frightens Effie, actually, in the way that Snow commands people. I mean, I think Effie and Kat, there are a few characters who recognize that Alma Coyne is not necessarily, she's just another form of President Snow.
That's right.
And Donald Sutherland loves having her as an adversary.
She's lovely. I love her.
They have been very welcoming, all of them. All the actors are so wonderful and so fun and smart and witty and fun to be around. And Francis Lawrence has done such a tremendous job with the movies. It's been a really great experience this year, I have to say.
After the break,
Yeah, I mean, no, it was really sad. Everybody was crying. I didn't cry because I'm a cold-hearted monster.
we find out the truth behind this picture that went viral. That's next when ETALK presents The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1 returns. ETALK presents The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1.
We did see that photo that went viral of the wrap day of the film.
Yeah.
Everyone's huddled. What was happening in that
You
moment?
did not see that none of us were wearing pants in that photo.
Are you serious?
And that wasn't wrap day. That was just a general
I didn't know it
day
was
that someone took a photo and they said it was wrap day.
Was it wrap day? No, it
But we
was
do
wrap
do
day.
that stuff on non-wrap days.
Yes, we do.
Right.
We did do that stuff for wrap. You know?
You just threw
do it
people
again.
off.
We still hold each other.
So what was happening in that moment? It was just a bit.
That was just, it was
huddle.
our last scene, and Josh and Liam were wrapped. It was
Yeah.
only between Woody and I, but they didn't leave because, you know, we had to all be there
Right.
together. I mean, I would have lost it if you guys had left.
Yeah.
So we were just about to shoot the last take of the last scene, and so we all just huddled up and hugged.
Oh, was it emotional?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was.
celebratory.
Yeah, I mean, no, it was really sad. Everybody was crying. I didn't cry because I'm a cold-hearted monster and have emotional issues, but everybody else cried. Woody cried.
He cried.
Francis
Woody
cried.
did cry. Oh man, he got so choked up.
I know.
He started to do a speech and he's kind of laughing but crying, and it was,
Yeah.
that was.
And I was laughing at him crying.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. And then he started crying at me laughing at him.
Emotional.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for your time.
Thank
Congrats
you.
on the film. Thanks for playing and breining it in.
Thank
I love
you.
that.
Yeah,
Perfect
we
mix of
did
everything.
end up
You did a
reining it in.
Very
We
good
reined it
job.
in.